Congratulations on all your accomplishments at the county fair. But leave it to your 4-H agent to say, you aren't done yet. Hello, my name is Leslie Manning, and I'm the River Valley Extension District 4-H and Community Development Agent. In this video series about Kansas Award Portfolios, or KAPs, I want to share with you two main things. 1, why complete a KAP, and 2, how to complete a KAP. This introduction video will explain why I encourage the completion of a Kansas Award Portfolio through a 4-H year based on the experiential learning model. The additional videos in the series will explain the different parts of the Kansas Award Portfolio in the following order: goals, 4-H project learning experiences, 4-H leadership and citizenship, 4-H awards and recognition, non-4-H related experiences, photos, 4-H story. Now, why did I leave the 4-H story until last when on the evaluation score sheet it's at the top? Because before you write a 4-H story that reflects on your project, it will be to your benefit to complete the other areas of the application first, so that you've got a map of what your project entails that you can then reflect upon. Because the entire KAP is about reflecting on a project. The Kansas Award Portfolio is a part of the experiential learning model. The first step is to have the experience. This includes project meetings, 4-H camp, county fair, conferences, and trainings. The second step is to share and describe the experience and your reaction. This includes monthly 4-H meeting project talks and demonstrations, radio public service announcements, even talking to friends and family about your projects, and of course, articles and pictures you submit to the 4-H journal or a newspaper. The third step is to process or reflect on what was most important about what you did. In my opinion, reflection is the most important part of each 4-H project, because through reflection, a learner moves on to generalizing, seeing how the skill relates to their everyday life, and then applying the skill to their everyday life. Confucius say, by 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest, and third, by experience, which is bitterest. I'm very proud to belong to an organization that utilizes all 3 methods by which wisdom can be acquired. The bitterest being experiences, because not only do we in 4-H learn from our success, we learn from our failure over and over again. We put ourselves in awkward situations trying to make the best better. Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls in the 1990s. I wondered if quoting Michael Jordan would still be relevant for young people, but I realized Michael Jordan still sells shoes, clothes, and underwear to the masses. So his quote on failure only proves how valuable the bitter experiences are. He says, I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. On 26 occasions, I have been entrusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. And I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Experiences are a huge part of what we do in the 4-H program. Imitation, the easiest form by which we learn wisdom, is an underlying method in the 4-H program you really have to look for. Imitation can be illustrated in the 4-H program through monthly 4-H club meetings. How else would we learn parliamentary procedure? We see imitation through project talks and demonstrations, project leaders, junior leaders, and any model that provides good direction. Albert Bandura, a social learning theorist who is very important in the human and child development world, researched the value of modeling in learning with a famous Bobo doll experiment. He says, learning would be exceedingly laborious, not to mention hazardous, if people had to rely solely on the effects of their own actions to inform them what to do. Fortunately, most human behavior is learned observationally through modeling. From observing others, one forms an idea of how new behaviors are performed, and on later occasions, this coded information serves as a guide for action. But the noblest of all is reflection. Let's take a minute to talk about the word noble. Having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles and ideals. Or belonging to a hereditary class with high social or political status. Aristocratic. When I think noble, I think the decision makers. Noble people reflect on their experiences. They reflect over who they hang around with, because you are the company you keep. And they use those reflections to create new and progressive outcomes. Reflection equals progress. I'm going to be brave as your 4-H agent and say this. If you are not completing a KAP for at least one project, you're missing out on half the learning experience. 4-H is more than just the project experience, and to document the learning that occurs through 4-H, I suggest the Kansas Award Portfolio. Whether you win or not, whether you even get it turned in or not, the Kansas Award Portfolio provides a place for reflection. And in that Kansas Award Portfolio, the place to truly begin is to set goals. Look for the goal setting information in Video 2, Goal Setting.